What inspires me is things that are past their use-by date, clothes, materials, plastics, and that inspires me to give them another life. It's all about words, conversation, communication, and recycling and a rebirth of materials.
I'm a mixed media artist and I've been working with encaustic and felt, and I'm now working with paper felting or junchi, which becomes sculptural. So I love that dichotomy between the very delicate, still earthy, and the very strong, the very resilient. Korean hanji works the best because then you get the strongest layers of paper that are still very fine, very thin, but you can also use Japanese kozo and some other papers, as long as they're mulberry papers, organic papers.
I was born in Egypt and I paint the era of my grandparents with the tarbouche and the palm trees and the blue skies. And it has that feel of the 1930s, that Art Deco feel. I work in oils for my major works, but I also love to do gouache. So I've started doing a series now addressing contemporary life in the eastern suburbs.
I was not a conformist when I was growing up.
Yeah, right.
So I think my work, I like to have a bit of a twist as well. It's a lot of variations that can happen and a lot of accidents that can happen as well, but so exciting. And when it comes out, it's like when something comes out and you're happy, you're extremely happy.
You know, I'm very interested in lots of variety in my work. Now, the reason is that I'm fairly all over the place crazy, even though I'm quite a balanced person. So for me to just work in white raku clay all my life is not going to interest me. My passion is with fire. Fire and me, we love each other.
I use very common traditional weaving, stitching, braiding techniques. While I'm working, I'm also experimenting with different discarded plants that I'm picking up, not from the top of the tree, but from the ground. And I always soak them and manipulate them in order to use them.
I'm really inspired by the concept of change, and I just love creating reactions that may happen between different mediums. But some of my latest works are very minimal, where the white space is integral to the artwork itself. So I'm really working with positive and negative spaces. And a lot of my jewelry, I use the same techniques as I use in my artworks. So I love using resin. So resin often is a feature in some of my works, and then I do miniature resin freeform in my jewelry, and they're little miniature artworks.
The big difference between analog and digital for me is that you can play. In analog you had 36 shots in your film, and that was it. With digital you can play, and I can try it this way and I don't like it, and you can try it that way. It's quite a joy to see my photographs on a screen. It's a bigger joy to see them on a wall, framed and printed.
It's been great. I love speaking to people about art, and when people are interested about the methods and also recycling, it's spreading the joy. It's a lovely process.
This is our 7th year and we've had amazing experiences. People are very appreciative. They just love walking around, and it's fun relating to them. It's worked wonderfully.
It's my 4th one, and it's always been just marvelous. You just open your street, people come and people are happy to look and chat, and I serve champagne, and it's like a party for the whole weekend.
It's just a lovely thing to do, and it's a lovely environment, and also the comfort level of being in your own space. So I really enjoy that.
I actually live in different parts of Sydney, so I'm actually, the space that I'll be using for the art hop will be a space be a garage that I will transform into a space that can reflect my personality.
It's a delight to show your work to different people. and they always react, and to see their reactions, it's lovely.
Your studio is you curating, it's your space. It's quite confronting for somebody to come into that and see it all. It's a little bit intimate, etc. But you know, you learn to share it. And this is my 5th year now with Art Hop, so I'm quite used to it at this stage.
Lots of fun because it's nice to be with people. And at the same time, I'm a teacher, so I enjoy explaining process as well and getting people to be involved and actually excited about something and maybe wanting to learn something, you know. So that's nice. Just to prompt you to try to learn something new is nice.